Hey y'all, I'm Frank Price. Let me introduce the FL Price online training modules, which allows you to stream the exact same training that I would do if I were at your location. So the training modules are divided into 3 separate subscriptions: guest experience, parties and events, and a personality-driven HR system. They're all geared towards the owners, managers, to develop and enhance the business concept, but then also for the frontline onboarding and ongoing training to all make it happen. Each 20 and 30-minute module can be streamed on a personal computer, a mobile phone, or even by a formal presentation. The 20 plus modules in each category divided into 3 uses. First is development, which in this case would be culture, your systems, and the training tools that you need to make this all happen. Second would be onboarding for new hires and getting them all excited about how you are different and unique. And third, it's the execution, and that's your frontline training. And you're going to be able to use this as your main source of training or as a supplement to your current training that you're doing, as well as an ongoing training tool. Here are a few hiring personality sample modules.
Hiring, it's all about one thing, it's the audition, because we are looking just to take all these applications that we gained in the unique ways that we're going to recruit to draw people out, but now we want to take them, and we have so many of them, we want to group them together and be able to sift out exactly the ones that are going to be the best for us without having to do endless amounts of interviews. Interview is old school. If you're still interviewing, it's got about a 50-50 chance. You might as well flip a coin, heads or tails, and let them call it as to whether that person is going to work out or not. And yet, there's a lot of time, effort, and energy to go through the interviewing process. Old school still does that, but it limits because you're only going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, and then half of those don't even show up, and so now you're starting to take 1 of 3. Or I could say have an audition and take 20 and just take 1 or 2 of 20. That the numbers are with me, that I'm going to get better personalities based on that. So the group interview, the audition, is where we want to check them out, but they get to check us out. Remember before I said it's just as important for this young group to come and say, do I feel like I fit there? And gives them the opportunity to get a sense for if they do or don't. And if they don't, they can check themselves out. But if they do, it's going to get them more excited to want to be a part of it. So the audition process is where I'm going to take one of my best people that I want to duplicate. We're going to call them the hiring Jedi, because they're going to be able to pick people like them. With that in mind, now all I have to do is have to go on that principle where people tend to stay in relationships with people like them. And so they're going to pick in their mirror image. That means if I'm a person that can do a great party for the type of party, style party that you want, well then I'd be great at picking the party team. But if I'm not, if I'm introverted, or if I'm not the person that can do, or I hate doing parties, I'm the worst person to do to pick your birthday party people. And this is what happens sometimes with owners and managers. You might be a great manager, a great owner, but you might be the worst person to do the hiring or sifting through your hiring mindset, because you're picking people that are like you, and you maybe can't do some of the things that you're going to be asking them to do. So you get this person and you empower them by teaching them and training them to be what you want them to be, but and what you want to get without getting in their way. So they're going to pick, and who they pick, you take, without having to go through and say, I got to do a second interview. Because if you have to go through and do a second interview, what happens is they start looking to pick what they think you want. And in that, you've just lost everything now as far as they're going to pick in their mirror image. They're going to pick what they think you want. And so it throws everything off, and you don't get as good at people. The audition agenda looks something like this. It's an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and a half at the most. We've got multiple applications. I'm going to send out, if I send out maybe 50, somewhere between 25 to 50, I may be able to get somewhere between 12 and 15 to 20 to actually sign up for my audition, which is okay. I want to have at least 8 to make it work in a group setting. Otherwise, I have to change up the style of the way I do it. But the idea is numbers. I want to make it easy as well. I want to allow them to be able to go to a link and sign up very easy. And then I want to confirm it with a text the night before, because young people will forget they signed up for these things and they get distracted or whatever's going on in their life, and they just don't show up. If they don't show up to your audition, well, you're already going to kind of count them out forever. But it may not be You may lose out on some people if you're one of the old school type managers, owners that says, well, if they don't show up for what they signed up for, they're not going to be very good. Not in today's day and age anymore. So once we get them to signed up and we have them confirmed, if they were to tell us, no, I'm not going to be able to make it. Oh, no worries. We'll put you on our database and we'll invite you back to another one. But if they just don't show up, they're gone. They're out. So the agenda of an audition looks like this. It's a combination of starting out with a warming them up, because you're going to have 8 to 12 people that are all together, up to 25. You don't want to do 25 unless you get really good at it, because it's kind of hard to see. But some of you new starts might say, I have that many people I want to go through. The idea is that these people are from all walks of life, different ages and whatnot. You can mix them all together. You can just recruit for party hosts or recruit for front desk or servers or whatever, or you can just do the recruit and have different people, different Jedi from different departments that you're trying to duplicate. They're going to look at the same group, but in a different way. The first thing you do is an icebreaker type game to get people warmed up and get them to start to loosen up. We invite them, and as we invite them and start, we're going to tell them exactly what we want, exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for people who smile and who like to have fun, who like to be entertained. We're looking for leaders. We're looking for people who are energetic and are passionate about what they do. So I'm telling them exactly what we're looking for. You're going to be able to find out if this is a feeling that you like when we go through this. So you're going to check us out at the same time. I may give them a very brief 30 or 40 second kind of overview of the values and culture of what this place is all about, but it's really just be yourself, be your authentic self, and have fun. Then we go to, from icebreaker, we go to a low courage game and a medium courage game and a high courage game. So I'm building them up. I'm not asking them to do something that's going to be too hard for them to do, or they're going to be nervous. I'm building them up slowly, right? So that their personalities can come out or not. And then we'll do a group interview, and we'll talk about that in a second with a presentation of how to do that. And in the end, we end it with socialization, food and beverage. We're going to feed them. We're going to get some pizzas or some soda or whatever it happens to be, so they can interact. They've done something together, and they can ask questions. And it's just a little bit of a social ending to it. And then always have some kind of a takeaway gift, because these young people that you don't pick could be some of your future customers, because now they like you or they want to come back. They're always able to come back if they didn't get picked by just going through the process again.
This is a snippet from the audition video.
Possibly be the best day ever, possible way.
Darth Vader.
Picture for the memories. Thank you. Can I slide?
If you have any questions or would like to get started, please contact me at any one of the numbers or the email address below. I'd love to help.